So I don't know how it is where you are, but here in Florida, we love talking about the weather, even when it's great like this. But that got me thinking, it was time for a new weather station. So I've had one here at the house, it's plenty reliable, still worked great, but it was just old. It was an LCD display and it wasn't connected at all. Time for something better, time for something smarter, time for something definitely more modern. Let's go take a look. So I needed a new weather station, and I did what anyone in my position would go do. I typed in, what is the best weather station? And one that consistently came up was Netatmo. And that, by the way, is how you say it, Netatmo. So I went with Netatmo and actually was able to find some deals on Amazon. So hunt around a little bit before you buy, and I'll have links down below if that'll help you at all. Now, Netatmo has a few things that you can buy when it comes to weather, right? So you've got your basic indoor-outdoor station. One part of it goes inside and tells you about the inside of your house. One part of it stays outside and tells you what it's like outside. Pretty simple. Then you can also buy a rain gauge, and that's one that I actually like a lot, especially living here in Florida, because here it's either monsoon or desert and not a whole lot of in between. Then there's a wind gauge. Now I don't really care about that quite as much, so I didn't bother getting it. But if you want to know what the wind is like, or if you want your neighbors to know what the wind is like, and I'll get more into that in a second, you can get one. So the indoor module is surprisingly small. It looks bigger in pictures. Here's a frozen banana for scale. Don't ask. Don't judge me. Then you have the outdoor module. It's a little bit smaller, and that's good because I'm gonna wanna hide it up there and leave it outside. It uses a couple batteries, and I honestly don't know how long it'll last yet. We'll just have to see. Setup is simple enough. You're gonna pair the indoor module to your phone, and then you're gonna pair the outdoor module to the indoor module. And any of the other modules that you get, the rain gauge or the wind gauge, you'll pair in the same way. It's easy enough if you've ever paired anything to anything. And that's that. You're gonna have your account all set up, and then everything just works. So what kind of information do you get with all this? Well, you get temperature, of course, you get wind speed, and you get wind speed even if you don't have the wind gauge. It'll pluck that out of other places where wind comes from, including other Netatmo users. Definitely digging the iPad app. It's pretty simple and really the same information you get anywhere else, but I like the way it's presented. So you get temperature, min and max for the day. We're up to almost 94 already in May. So the mobile apps are pretty good, very functional, and they look very similar. It's gonna tell you everything you're gonna see. Current weather, outdoor temperature, pressure, dew point, humidity, forecast, stuff like that. On the bottom you have inside, you have your CO2 level, you have indoor temperature, you have a sound meter, and humidity. If I tap here, it'll show me the minimum and maximum for the day, so that's kind of cool. So right now it's at the hottest point of the day, and we're only in May. Down on the bottom we have indoor, so I have indoor air temperature and air quality, that's CO2, carbon dioxide, boys and girls, back from science class. Again, minimum, maximum. Netatmo also has a really good website. If you don't want to deal with phones and you just want to get things that way, cool. You just log in and it's all there. Pretty easy to see. You can see any or all of your sensors. So I have inside, outside, and Rainy McRainface. You can go into the weather map here as well and see not just your station, but everyone's station. Here in the weather map, you can see Netatmo stations everywhere except for in the desert, apparently. Most of the desert. Pretty cool because you can click through here and get temperature and rain and wind information all in one place. Oh, and the indoor sensor too. Tells you how loud it is. So when your kids are in there throwing a party, as my 6-year-old is prone to do, especially early in the morning on the weekend, you'll know it. So this weather stuff is actually just part of what Netatmo has going on. They also do security cameras, and they have a couple different models. Prices get up there a little bit, but they look pretty cool. They have a healthy home coach, which is supposed to make it better for you at home, okay? And if you're in Europe, they actually make a thermostat as well, but that one's not available to us here in the US. I'm really hoping that Netatmo or somebody else builds a third-party skill for the new Amazon Echo Show. How great would this be? So you've got an always-on display, you can always see what the weather is very quickly, or, you know, I could just stick my head outside, I guess. So that's it for Netatmo. Now, it's not inexpensive, I get that, but I do like that it's modular, so you can buy as much or as little of it as you like. I have the basic indoor-outdoor station, I have the rain gauge. I didn't bother getting the wind gauge just because I don't really care how windy it is outside. They've got a pretty good API, so all sorts of things tie into it. My Nest ties into it, anything that ties into If This Then That can talk to it, super simple. So if you have any more questions about this, let me know down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already. We're having a lot of fun with that. See you next time.